Okay, so we've already focused on just general polygons and mainly irregular. We're now going to focus on regular ones. Okay, so if you can't remember from last time, regular means that it's a polygon that has all the same side lengths and all the angles are the same too. So for the first question, we're told that it's a regular hexagon and we need to find out the value of x and y. So from the diagram from last time, x represents the interior angle, so that's the angle inside, and y represents the exterior angle. Now I'm actually going to start with working out y because I think finding y is much easier than x. So we're going to start with y. So from last time, the sum of all the exterior angles on any shape, doesn't matter how big or how small it is 360 degrees. So imagine if I carried on with all these, like this. All these 6 angles that I've now drawn, including the y, would add up to 360. Now because it's regular, that means that all those must be the same number. Okay, so because we've got 6 of them, and they all have to add up to 360 because sum of exteriors is 360, all we have to do to work out y is to do 360 divided by 6, which is the number of sides. Okay, which gives us, you can do it in a calculator, but it gives us 60. Okay, so straight away we've worked out what the value of y is. Okay, the next one, so to find out what x is. Now, there are different ways of doing it. You can do it using the formula n take away 2 times 180 and then divide by 6. A quicker way was the third rule that we wrote down last time, which was the interior. So 1 interior plus 1 exterior is equal to 180. Now we've just worked out that 1 exterior is 60. Okay, so we can work out that 1 interior by doing 180 take away the exterior. So 180 take away the exterior, which we've just worked out is 60. And that gives us 120 degrees. So really quickly, it's already worked out the answers for us. Okay, but there are different ways of doing it. I think that's the easiest way, but it's your decision. Okay, so the next one, so you're not always given a diagram. Sometimes you're just given some words, which I know is a little bit harder, but it's just practice really. So we're not told how many sides the shape's got, but we are told it's a regular polygon. Okay, so that means that we know all the angles are going to be the same in the shape and outside the shape. We're told that one of the exterior angles is equal to 40 degrees. Okay, so straight away, if it says exterior, it's probably going to be rule number 2. Okay, which was that all exteriors equal 360. Okay, we need to work out how many sides does the polygon have. Now we know that each one on the polygon, each one exterior is 40. Okay, and all the exteriors must be the same because it's a regular polygon. So if we see how many 40s go into 360, that will tell us the number of sides. So the number of sides is going to be 360, which is the total of all the angles, divided by 40, because we know each one's going to be 40 degrees, so we just need to see how many go into that. If we divide those, that gives us 9. So that means that this is going to be a 9-sided shape, and if you want to know what that's called, it's called a nonagon. Okay, so that's a really nice quick question. You can do it the reverse, which is what we're going to do next, where we're going to be given the interior, but it's still roughly the same rule. There's just an extra step at the beginning. Okay, one more. Let's quickly write this out. Okay, so EG3. So irregular polygon. sum of interiors of 1,800 degrees, how many sides does it have? Okay, so again, we're only focusing on regular polygons. So if we just read it through and see what's important. So one, regular polygon, obviously important, meaning all the angles are the same. It says here, the sum of the interior angles is equal to this number here. So the sum of interior, that's the formula, that's the rule 1 that we did last time. So that's n take away 2 times 180. Okay, and n represents the number of sides. Number of sides. Okay, now we're told that this formula, whatever n might be, the whole point is we need to find it, is equal to 1,800. Okay, so all we need to do is essentially do the reverse. So whatever the number of sides were, they've taken 2 away, times it by 180, and they've got 1,800. So we're going to do the reverse. Firstly, we're going to divide by 180. Okay, because then we'll just be left with this part here. So you can write it in brackets, but I'm not going to. So n take away 2 is equal to that divided by 180, so that'd be 10. Again, you can use a calculator. Okay, so this is actually telling us the number of triangles. So remember last time I was saying about how you can split it up into triangles to work out what you need to times by 180. So this is the number of triangles. We now need to find the number of sides by then adding 2 on. So then we can work out what n is. Remember what n's representing the number of sides. So 10 plus 2 is 12. So it's a 12-sided shape. Okay, so it's a little bit harder, just because obviously bigger formula, but it's just knowing how to do the reverse. Okay, and if you just do it step by step, then you'll be absolutely fine. Okay, and we'll do one more similar to the one with the exteriors, and then we'll stop there. Okay. So again, regular polygon, EG4. So regular polygon has one interior, I'm going to run out of room, interior angle of 135 degrees. Calculate the number of sides the shape has. Okay, so this one's very similar to EG2. It's a similar method, it's just rather than being given the exterior, we've been given the interior. So again, if we highlight the bits that are important, so regular polygon, obviously important. One interior angle is 135 degrees. Now we can use the formula that we've just used, the n minus 2 times 180, but it's much harder to do that, okay? So actually what we're going to do is we're going to find out what the exterior is. Okay, because we can do that quite easily, because we know from the other rules, one interior plus one exterior was equal to 180. Now we know that the interior is 135, so that one exterior would just be 180 take away 135, which is 45 degrees. Okay, then we can do exactly the same as EG2, because we know what the exterior is now. We know that the sum of exteriors, so sum of exteriors, is 360. So again, we just see how many 45s go into 360, and that will tell us then how many sides it has. So 360 divided by 45, which gives us 8. So this is an 8-sided shape. Okay, and if you had to write it in words, it'd be an octagon. I'll add that on there. Octagon. Okay, this is the best answer anyway, 8-sided shape. Or polygon, maybe it'd be better. Okay, so it's just making sure that you understand all the parts of it. So you know what interior is, you know what exterior is, and obviously you then know how to find the sums of them and things like that. Okay, but they're generally the main questions that you'll get.